And I'm like, okay, like they sort of remember, and like I can see through the curtain, and I can see people start to stand up, and I'm like, okay. I look to the left, and I see Stephen Wolf, and he's saying something, and he's like very like intense, and I can't make out what he's saying because at this point, like it just sounds like water's in my ear, and I'm like, what is he saying? I'm trying to look at his mouth to see what he's saying, and he throws out my symbol, and I'm just like, okay, but I couldn't hear nothing he was saying, and like I walk out, and there's like another pop, like a big pop, but then like it just all goes, it just feels like I'm underwater. And at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, like something else is taking over. Like this is Mysterious Q out there, like doing this thing.
So we are at the penultimate episode of the PGTK Podcast. We have someone special. We have a Texas icon here in our midst today. Oh, come on. That should describe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Mysterious Q here on the program. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So you've been out of action for quite some time, late last year to now. And the whole world in the professional wrestling community here in Texas would like to know, how was your year?
It sucked. It sucked, man. Like going through a lot, man. Like with the injury happening. To be honest, I was done. Like the surgery. Surgery didn't go too well. I didn't have like a good reaction to the anesthesia and stuff, so that sucked. They did some extra stuff like once they got inside my knee. I found out after, like, so pretty much my kneecap was, it's funny, because I was known for a while, like, with a group of people called, like, the Texas Pillars.
Yeah.
And, like, when I got hurt, somebody made a joke, like, cracking the pillar. But my kneecap, it kind of looked like this microphone, like there were cracks in my kneecap.
Oh, wow.
So the doctor he called it giving it a haircut. So I guess, like, him shaving down, like, my kneecap. So that was, like, I guess that was the pain that I was feeling from the surgery, because none of the pain meds worked. I felt everything when I woke up. So, like, that sucked. Then the recovery with everything sucked because there was setbacks in that. Like, trying to watch wrestling was kind of like, I ain't trying to watch this. Like, it kind of just, like, triggers apart. And so there was a point I was just like, man, like, this, I don't know, like, I was just asking myself, like, is this worth it? Like, this probably ain't worth it, man. Like, I'm on top of drama and stuff. I was like, I'm done wrestling. I was going to be done. But I don't know, like, there was a lot of people who, like, depended on me and, like, was like, yo, like, God gave you this plan for a reason. Like, you can't just throw it away. And I don't know, like, when I hear, like, some people, like, talk trash or talk crap, like, that motivates me. Because it's kind of like where I'm from. It's like locker room talk. So, like, I was like, nah, I'm going to come back.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that, too. And when you had the post over on Instagram, like, hey, the surgery's happening. And you kind of gave it away, too. Like, what keeps you going as you got through the rehab process?
Yeah, because rehab sucked. It started off, like, maybe, like, 3 times a week, and I was like, I can't do this, man. Like, this. It just, the early mornings waking up, like, I was like, dude, like, can we find, like, a time between, like, 1 and 12 or something? It was all, like, 7 or 8. Those sucked. And the rehab process went in steps. Like, so there was me trying to just be able to bend my leg, like, seeing where I come now to be able to sit and, like, have my knee, like, fully bent, like, at a 90-degree angle is it's totally different. Like, I had to go through the level of walking, like, okay, like, I can walk. Then it was, once I was able to walk without the crutches, then the hard part started. Then it was like, okay, like, can you do this? Can you do this? Because you're back up walking, and you think, okay, I'm back to normal. And you're not, like, walking up steps, like, being able to jump or being able to, like, walk or run. Like, I'm still learning how to, like, run with this new knee and everything. So, like, it was pretty tough, man.
Yeah, and what was the one thing who gave you the push to really get through your rehab process? Like, were there any people that were there saying, hey, just keep doing it, just keep going, just keep going?
Yeah. Um, the Modern Wellness group, Mars from them, he was in contact with me through a lot of the rehab process, and he was giving me tips and sending me things to like use to aid with the recovery. But like him and this lady, this fan, Katie Sunshine, like they kept me. I don't want to say motivated, but they just kept me like on the path because they were telling me things about my faith and all this other stuff, and that kept me grounded and kept me whole to just not stray too far away from like this is the main goal right now, like being able to like get to a place where I can walk, where I can get up, where I can go to the bathroom on my own and do everything. So those two people.
Yeah, and we're gonna go back to your career, and part of what I was looking at too is having a lot of titles with different promotions. One thing that kind of struck me too is, of course, the New Texas Pro Championship, and you were there for 644 days. I think that I'll put a ding if it's an incorrect note, but it's more than 600 days. To have that longevity with that championship, especially in your career, what was that feeling like having that title for such a long span of time?
During that time frame, it was weird. Like I felt like I had a lot of momentum around that time. It came at a weird time too, because it was like right after the pandemic.
Oh.
So like being with New Texas, like we were putting out content a lot, and with that I started to get some buzz. So it became like more so for me. It was I really understood building my brand at that point while trying to elevate the New Texas title at that point. And man, like that, to look back on it now, it's crazy to think, but it was so fun because we could just make a post about like the number of days and then just say, hey, who want to come try to end it? And it would be a flood of indie wrestlers, just like good big name indie wrestlers, like trying to come and defend for the title. So like that was a fun time. That was a peak time, man. Like my stock definitely grew around that time.
And especially with going into reality wrestling, you were a 2-time television champion. That one struck me the most, to have that belt twice. When Booker T gave you that call the first time and then getting that the second time, what was that feeling like, getting those titles twice?
The television title?
Is it a television title?
I mean, to be fair, I won all the single titles twice.
Okay.
So
really? Okay. See that.
Yeah.
I see,
2-time Grand Slam champion.
There's the fact check right there.
Yeah. Trying to remember, like we were talking about the television title, right?
Yeah, because that one I was looking through my research, so there's always gaps in information. So I'm still learning stuff about your career when I was going through the episode. Like that one kind of struck me the most with the television champion.
Trying to remember who did I think I beat. Did I beat All Day?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I remember the All Day one now, and that one felt weird because that was my first time without the mask, being a bad guy, being heel, and it felt naked. It felt real naked, man. Like I didn't know how to feel about the match. I was just like, I don't know if that was good or not. Like, but
something was off. There was just
just felt weird because that was the first time. But looking back at it now, like that was the starting point, because after that, like I just took off as a heel without my mask. I can't remember the first time winning that title, man.
Yeah. What was that dynamic like? Because you've been a face throughout that time. When that heel turn happened, was that something that was it something that you got used to, or was there like a growing period when you had that turn?
Um, I'm gonna say it was a growing period because it just came out of nowhere. Like, as you know, things changed. We had a direction that we wanted to go, if I remember correctly, and it kind of changed. It kind of just switched. I don't know. I think it was because Tempo was leaving.
Okay.
And so like, I just like jokingly suggested it, and like we moved past it, and then like they just suggested it back again, and I was just kind of like, all right. Like, I feel in wrestling, it's kind of like a corporate job where your boss asks, "Hey, can you come in on this day?" Or, "Hey, do you want to come in on this day?"
Yeah.
And they say like they question you as is your choice, but you really don't have a choice. It's kind of like,
you're basically like,
"Hey,
at
can
the
you
wall.
come in?" Yeah, "Hey, you're coming in this day." So it's like, "Hey, would you do this?" And that's just how I felt. Like if the promoter or whatever asks you to do something, like you do it.
Yeah,
If if it
exactly.
makes sense, yeah. So I was just like, okay, and so yeah, it took a while to grow, but once like I understood it, it was there from there. I was like, oh, this is easy. This is easy.
Yeah, because it's easier because the crowd is with you, against you.
Yeah.
Because now it's one of those things where, because I had another guest here, like a guy named Ethan Hunter, and he's like, "Oh, I love doing the heel. I love it. 'Cause as long as you're doing their part, your part's gonna be a bit simpler.
Yeah.
When that happens.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah. So, and moving forward, you have another lengthy run too with RCW. That one has a lengthy run too. To have a promotion outside of Houston and to get the RCW title for that length of time, coming into a different city, like what was, and I always ask this with everyone, what is the dynamic like from another promotions, behind the scenes and a lot of the stuff in ring?
With RCW, that one it was a little bit of validation for me to like saying that, like, for me saying I advanced from a previous like level I was at.
Okay.
Because I knew of RCW like way back when I first started, but like I was never like booked on their shows. And then like the lineage of the title with Michael Faith having it, Hernandez, and there was some other people, but like mainly I remember like Michael Faith having it, and like he was doing some crazy stuff because he was a big dude, but like he called himself the Larger Door, and like he can do all this like hybrid like flip stuff. So as far as like the dynamic, it depends on like what you compare it to. Like if I was comparing it to like where I was coming from, which was Row. To be honest, there's not a lot of places who the backstage dynamic and everything compares to Row. Like there's other places in Houston who does it. Like I can say it because I've been there. New Texas does it. There was, I want to say maybe a promotion in Ohio. Like those like the only three that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, like this works like almost like WWE pretty much.
Okay.
How like they pay attention to details. So the details, I mean, and the dynamic wasn't like Row, but they were how can I put it? They knew what they were doing. They had their stuff together. It was like it wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I was expecting from like books promotions. Like they have agents there who know what they're doing, trainers.
Yeah.
In ring was fun because I mean he put me in RCW. They put me with some good talent and like some good workers, like for Khan for example.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of fun working with Khan. We had some pretty good chemistry, which was weird because when I first met him, I was like, "Oh, this dude seems like an a-hole." Like before I met him, and I met him, and he was cool as hell, and I was like, "Oh man, like you." And like
different guy.
Yeah, and at the time, like I think like he had just moved down, and I don't think he knew how good he was. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to make a name for myself on the indies down here."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Bro, like." you like the Black Roman, bro. Like, I don't know if you see it yet, bro. Like, dude is good. And, like, we're all seeing it now, like, on AEW now, which
Yes.
I figured that was a matter of time before he was going to. He just oozes charisma. Like,
Yeah.
So.
I was going to ask that question, too. Has there anyone been looking for on your side on the major promotion? Has there been anyone who's been reaching out to you? Saying, hey, I'll give you a shot.
Nah, the last person, which was a while ago. Wait, you know what? Yeah. So, I don't know if I can say it, but yeah, somebody did. Yeah.
Okay.
They
we
checked
can keep it vague. Like, what was the conversation? You don't have to really get into the nitty gritty of things. Like, what were some of those highlights and points when they do reach you when that happened?
I remember the last one was, hey, it was a scout, and he was just like, hey, go to this website and fill out your stuff because I can't find your profile on here. And I guess there was like a trial or something coming up. And this was right after I got hurt, but I didn't know the severity of it, and I was just like, all right, let me do this. Let me fill it out and all this stuff just in case something comes from it, because I didn't think anything was going to come from it. I just thought, like, okay, like, he's probably just saying this, and it's probably not even him.
Yeah.
So, like, I filled out everything, sent it, and then, like, the next day I got my MRI results, and it was like, yeah, that's a complete tear in your MCL and meniscus. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And I knew it was done from there. So that's why I made the post, so, like, everybody knew, including him. So, like, I don't just fade away and just saying, like, oh, like, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Making it seem like I'm just trying to fade away from a opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that's happened a few times. Like, even, I can say, like, with AEW, with email coming saying, like, hey, like, we have this, can you show up to be, like, extra or whatever?
Yeah.
But, like, I was hurt, and I didn't want to show up hurt in case an opportunity popped up. And so, like, there's only, like, a few more times to where, like, somebody can give you an opportunity and it's like, oh, I'm hurt, to where it's just like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that way. It could be different, but I feel that way.
If you get the call again, you'll definitely take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing. And do you have, and I was thinking about some of your matches, the one that catches me the most is a lot of your stuff with Brian Keith. And what makes working with him such a special thing to do whenever you guys have a feud with New Texas or anything that you've faced with him in the ring?
It's crazy because we kind of just, like, grew up in the business.
Okay.
So, like, I was around first, but then, like, he came up through, like, Texas All-Star, I think, at the time. And it's crazy because you always saw him around and, like, just treated it like a little brother. I would always joke with him, or, like, roast him, or, like, try to rib or whatever, and he would pop back. I don't know, he's just always been around, and the craziest thing is, like, he saw all of this before, like, it even came to. And, like, he would try to get me on board with it, like, bro, like, this is about to happen for us. Like, his thing will always say, like, this for us, bro, like, we gonna do this. Wow. And, like, he would see it, and at the time, like, I just wasn't seeing it because I knew of outside and other factors that played a part in things. But it's just crazy because, like, even, like, with some of the stuff that, like, me adapting, like, the Hayabusa image and stuff, he knew about, like, all that. Because, like, when I was coming up, like, when I was like, all right, cool, like, this is the guy who, like, I want to be like, not a lot of people in my circle, like, knew who Hayabusa was till I showed him. Yeah. He knew all about it, and he would send me stuff on Hayabusa.
Oh, he's fanboy as much as you are.
So, like, he knows his stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. So it's crazy because we can just go in the match and then be like, okay, like, you want to do this, we can do this. And a lot of stuff, it could just flow. Like, moments just happen. We don't have to say anything, and it just clicks. So, like, it's real cool seeing him because even, like, around the time, like, when I was hurt, I think like he had an ROH match. And I think the winner was going to qualify for like something on a pay-per-view. And I wasn't planning on buying a pay-per-view, but I watched the match on regular TV. I mean, on YouTube, and he won. And I was like, oh, damn, now I got to go and buy this pay-per-view.
It's like you're just reeling you in at that point.
So like, it's real cool to see like the stuff that he's doing, man. Like even with this new gimmick he has.
Yeah.
And like, I see like a lot of people try to like bash it, but if they know Brian Keith, he will take this and have the most fun with it and make the most out of like this opportunity of this new thing and make it something.
No, and that's what's interesting about BK's new gimmick is I have friends who are like, oh, why is he called the Bad Apple? No, and you mentioned it too, where no, he'll amplify that character, and he'll be like, I'll take this, I'll make it times 100, and it's one of those things where it's just really maximizing and capitalizing on that gimmick to make people go over, and people have gone over. It's just there's a loud minority that's like, yeah, I kind of like I kind of like that character, but I'm like, no, that's wrestlers change, wrestlers evolve.
Yeah, and over time. He already has a T-shirt with the catchphrase on it.
Yeah,
so that lets you know it's working. So like, people, the negative people in the comments, like sometimes it's good. Because if you can hear that and take it and just like, okay, I'll take that and I'll use that as fuel. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's killing it right now.
Yeah. And one thing I want to bring up too is Davey Richards and facing him for a few matches too. And he's been in the business pretty much on a longer basis.
Like, Stevie Richards or
Davey Richards?
Oh, Davey Richards.
Davey Richards, yes.
Oh.
So, we'll cut that. One of your matches is with Davey Richards, and to face someone who's been in the business for as long as he has, what was that feeling like?
The first time I was scared. I was scared as hell. He was a whole lot bigger back then. His legs were like massive. And,
what? Wait, how would you describe? Is it like logs or?
Yeah, like so it seemed like his like quad and hamstrings was just like back then. I think I was like 19, and it was just huge. And he came and he was practicing, and he was just kicking the turnbuckle pad, and I'm just like, yo, somebody has to take these.
Exactly.
And it was like a triple threat. And I've always said like shoulder injuries, but I was kind of hurt going into that match. And I think like the first kick he gave me was like to the arm.
Oh.
And my whole arm went numb, and I was like, oh, Jesus. It was like, oh, geez. So that first one was kind of like, man. But that was like my first run-in with wrestling a higher tier wrestler. So I was like, oh, okay. The second time I was more seasoned. I was more advanced. So like that second match, it was pretty cool. I was able to hold my own with them.
Okay.
So like that was pretty dope.
What was the feedback or critique that you got from him?
I remember the first time he was telling me to lose the mask. He was like, you're not an ugly guy, so like you should probably like get rid of the mask or whatever. And
you're like, nah.
No, I mean I took like because I was still like young in the business. I didn't talk back. I didn't.
Okay.
I was just like, okay, like I'll keep that in perspective. But at the time in Texas or in Houston, nobody wanted that, like me without the mask. The second time was during the WrestleMania in Dallas weekend. Okay. There wasn't really any too much feedback because there's a lot of shows going on at that time. So like people are late coming to shows, putting matches together like on the rush. We kind of like did the match, and it was like, thank you, anything, and he was like, no, not really, like we were there on everything, and like he had to leave like right away. So
wow,
it really
just
wasn't
like gone, like,
yeah,
in and out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna focus, and he'll be Series Q will be at Already Platinum on the 25th in Pasadena. And one interesting thing that showed up on your return was the vignette at the Indie Showcase. Tell us how that process is, and how are you feeling now that you've shown this to everyone at the showcase?
Um, the process, I want to say this was probably like February. I was thinking like, man, like what if I had like, um, just like a little vignette of like me coming back. Cause I always like that road on, it's crappy, but the road in Premier Arena leading up to the building, like potholes and everything. Funny story, when I was walking there to film it, I walked into like a little dip.
Oh no!
And I almost hurt myself. I was like, this place ain't. Yeah, I was like, this place is not safe. No, I had an idea of using like the setup of that like a long time ago, just like of walking and having like cars, but you just see like car lights and like people giving a nod and you just nodding them and going in to do what you're doing.
Okay.
I had like an idea, and Kiefer had an idea, and he was like, just show up and like we'll see like what we can make. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I got this sort of idea, and we get there and like we brainstorm around, and then we just come up with, or let's just film this first one here now.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, like it could be like a different part series. We did that, then we shot the second part, which that added to the intro of the Texas Showcase match.
Yeah.
And when it started playing, I was like, they're not gonna know who I am. Like they're not gonna remember me. Like this is And it played, and at the end, like it was a big pop, and then I couldn't hear anything else, and I heard like there was another pop. But having that out, like I feel like it's not the full story yet, so it's just kind of like just sit back and wait, because there's a lot more to that's coming. Like,
yeah, because it's interesting, like the crowd reactions, and you posted stuff on social media too. A lot of people were raring to go see you again, and it's like I shared a story because I'm like, wow, like having this comeback be loud as it is, that's amazing on its own too. So
yeah, it was. Because I don't think they knew, because to be honest, I wasn't cleared to come back yet. Like, I'm not.
Tease.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't even supposed to be back in the ring till what? September. But like, I had to do that for me to see, like, all right, let me just see like where I'm at with this. Like, I still like, I look back at it and I'm like, man, I was not ready for this. But like, I don't know, like I just felt like I had I just gave it up to God, and I was like, all right, let me go and see like if I could just still move, and because I really wasn't like in the ring like that before leading up to it. Like, I mean, I've trained once, and like my knee was killing me for like a week, and I was like, I'm not ready yet. But when I was in there, like once everything started going, like I didn't feel my knee, and I was just like, man, I think I'm back.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna wait still.
Yeah, because like you did have some in-ring action with Danny King.
Yeah.
And having the rehab, going through that process to be in that ring, in that match against Danny King, did you think that you did okay? Was there any improvements that you would like to know moving forward? What was that feeling like?
There's definitely some improvements I needed. I needed to make, man. One,
it's the first try,
Yeah, like one was like my weight, and I was just like, damn, bro, I'm looking chunky. But, I mean that happens because you really can't do like all the cardio like you used to do. That was definitely ring rust, learning how to move again and walk, because I was still holding back in that match. It being with Danny King, like. Danny King. Oops, I said his name wrong. Danny King.
Yeah.
Being in there with Danny King. At first I was kind of scared, because I'm just like, man, like this dude just seems like way advanced. Like when he moved, it just seemed like he was moving so fast, and it took me time to like acclimate to like, all right, cool. Like I see how he moves now. But I mean, it went smoothly. because it could have gone wrong on like a few occasions.
Okay.
Because there were some things I just wasn't confident in. And he was like, "Nah, man, let's just do it." And like before the match, he was just like, "Let's just try it." And he just kind of just like put me in game time mode, and like it went. And he was like, "Yeah, you good? See?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I am good." We set.
You were still trying to get your sea legs at that point with that match too,
and my mental.
Yeah. What was the one thing that's kind of like, what was that fog at that moment?
There was different levels, man. The whole time there, like right before the match, in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Like leading up to it, and when you're hurt, you're telling yourself like, I can't wait for my return. Like this is the moment, like we here for it. Like that morning, waking up, driving there, I'm just like, I don't know, man. And like I'm there in the building, like the whole pre-show thing, and the whole time I'm just telling myself like, do you really want to do this? Is this really what we want? Like, I don't think we want this, bro. And like Kylie's there, and like Kylie's talking to me, and I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to fight myself mentally right now because I am not feeling this right now. Like I am super scared. But then like the vignette played, and I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know. And I hear one pop, and I'm like, okay, like they sort of remember, and like I can see through the curtain, and I can see people start to stand up, and I'm like, okay, maybe. And a little behind the scenes, I look to the left, and I see Stephen Wolf, and he's saying something, and he's like very like intense. And I can't make out what he's saying because at this point, like, it just sounds like water's in my ear. Oh. And I'm like, what is he saying? I'm trying to look at his mouth to see what he's saying. And he throws up my symbol. And I'm just like, okay. But I couldn't hear nothing he was saying. And, like, I walk out, and there's another pop, like a big pop. But then, like, it just all goes, it just feels like I'm underwater. And at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, like something else is taking over. Like this is Mysterious Q out there, like doing this thing. So
yeah, and it's interesting. After the match, what was that? What was that like?
I was thanking God. I prayed as soon as I got out. I prayed, and I gave all glory to God because that had to be God out there because I didn't feel my knee at all when I was out there, and like it just we got through it in my head. I'm like, I think we're back. Next day was different, but at
that moment you're like, that's it.
Yeah, I was like, I think
over.
Yeah, I think I'm back. But I gave praise and honor to God after that because that definitely was Him. But we got through it, and I wasn't 100% happy, but I was glad that I was able to get through it. And that let me know, like, everything that I did leading up to that process, the setbacks and everything, like, I felt God put people in my corner who knew what they were doing to get me to that point.
Yeah. And when the announcement was made that you are talent at Already Platinum, and seeing your face again with the mask and saying talent announcement, Series Q is part of that. What are you looking forward to coming into next week?
Just seeing if I can go. Like the first match was something like a tune-up.
Okay.
Personally, to me, like I wasn't overlooking Danny King or anything. But like this match that's coming up, like I've heard somebody call me out. If we go that route, it's just me seeing if I can go how I used to go. Like if I can do some of the stuff, remembering some of my moves, because that was a big part. Like I forgot a good amount of my moves in the match with Danny King.
So we're gonna be close to wrapping up. you had another name too. I was checking through Cage Match. Who is Prince Nemo?
Man, Prince Nemo. Long live Prince Nemo. Prince Nemo was my masked wrestler gimmick.
Okay.
There was a show IWTV was doing. Damn, I think they only did 2 seasons, man. Where wrestlers wrestled in masks.
Okay.
And as they lost, they had a panel of judges, and they would almost like the Masked Singer, and they would you would give hints or clues or whatever, but they would figure out, and they had to guess who you were at the end. And after they gave their guesses, like, you take your mask off and reveal yourself. This is one of those things, because I guess like IWTV sent an email or a message, a DM, and I didn't see it. And Kiefer, I guess I reached out to Kiefer, and Kiefer hit me up, and he's like, "Hey man, you might want to go check your emails." He's like, "This is probably why you don't get bookings." And so I went and checked, and I was like, "Which is gonna be like some mass wrestler stuff?" And we got to talking, and he said it was. I was like, "Oh crap, it is." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So like, I kept that under wraps. That was dope, man. That was fun. It was cold as hell. Yeah. But it was fun. And we had like a lot of people like just like in this warehouse, and we had like this house, this Airbnb they got that we all like partied and stuff and like hung out. But it was cool, man. Prince Nemo was dope.
Yeah. I had to look at that. I was like, that sounds like a gimmick. It's close to it. It's close to a gimmick. So it's like, let me see what his take is. So I always end my questions with that conversation. Thank you so much for
no problem,
taking your time, taking the time to have this conversation, and to have this comeback has been very eye opening, because it's such a comeback story.
Yeah.
With what you're going through now, that you're gonna be in already platinum on the 25th, and I do have a question too, where the World Health Organization listed adolescents between the ages of 10 and 19. Now, between those age ranges, people do tend to pick things up as they grow up within those ranges. Now, if you're in the same room as a young Mysterious Q, and you're in the same room with him at the age of blank, what would you like to talk to him about?
I'm gonna say at the age of 17.
Okay.
Just tell him, take those chances, bro. Like, no matter like everything that happened before then, just take those chances.
What's at that moment? What are some moments that are holding you back at that moment, at that age?
Fear.
Okay.
I had just seen like my city destroyed. A lot of people I knew died. I lost some friends.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess like around that age, I just felt like I was supposed to die. I felt like I was just living on borrowed time. And that kind of carried on until maybe like 20. But if I could like talk to myself at 17, I would tell myself this is a fresh start and take advantage of those opportunities.
And how did wrestling play into that?
It gave me, no pun intended, it gave me a whole new mask to wear out in the world, because I don't know, I wasn't always like, I was a very shy kid growing up and stuff. And after the hurricane and like moving to like a moving to Houston, a new state, it just, I don't know, I just felt like lost. But wrestling kind of just like opened up the city for me, because in wrestling you meet a lot of people that I have no business being friends with, that I would not be friends with on the outside.
Yeah.
And it just gave me a new kind of perspective on life, a perspective on respecting people and showing respect, like introducing yourself to people, shaking people's hands and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy when you put it in perspective and look back at it. But wrestling did a whole lot. It created a whole lot of structure in a time where all my structure pretty much was gone.
I see. So, awesome. Yeah. So I have nothing left to give. You have the floor. Where can we find you? And what's coming? What's up next for you on the Series K?
I'm on Instagram. I think I lost my Twitter, so I'm gonna have to
redact.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start a new Twitter account. Yeah, so right now I'm pretty much on IG. Like Facebook's still there, but I mean I'm not really on Facebook. I'm still not getting a TikTok. Still not getting a TikTok.
That's the wave right there.
Yeah, I'm on IG. I'll get on Twitter soon. As far as what's coming, I mean, there's a saying in Texas, which is big things are coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big things coming. To be fair, man, I don't know what's coming, man. Like, I can give you my hopes of what's coming, I want to say like a new Mysterious Q. A mini webisode series. So like you'll start seeing vignettes and maybe some promos. I want to say like I don't know if people gonna think I'm talking shit, but I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Talking crap, but I mean, just like a new era of Texas, man. Like I felt like when I was hurt, like I felt like some people was holding it down. And then, like, they got signed, or, like, they left. And it seems like everybody's getting signed who really just stuck with it. So I never claimed I wanted to be, like, the top or king of Texas or none of that stuff. Because I felt like the way I came up, like, I was always relevant. Like, I wasn't always the top, but I was just always around it.
You're in the loop of things.
Yeah, I was always around it, like, in a loop. And I know... Looking back now, like I can push people to be like their better version. I can push people to have good matches. So like, I think I'm gonna just take the lead to try to rein in a new era of Texas. Like trying to get back to this. I don't like this bubble mentality. Like there was a point where Texas was hot, post pandemic. We kind of like cooled off, and maybe that's because a lot of our talent is getting signed.
Yeah.
And that's good. But I think now is at a point where we really need to start building up like the next people to come behind. Like we open doors, but we need more people coming through those doors, because I think like the top people right now that you see in the business, which I'm saying this because I was off social media for months.
Yeah.
And there were people's names who were popping up other places, and I was like, okay, like they must be killing it. Like Zilla Fatu.
Yeah.
Which I think like he's just pre-made, man. Like he's
NOI Dynasty. That's that lineage.
Before his first match, after his first match, I was like, bro, like they probably should just call you up there right now, bro. Like,
yeah.
Zilla, Dustin Wynn.
Yeah.
The Wind Dragon. The Dream Team.
Yep.
And which is Casey Kareem and Danny King.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Tyron Beckham, which is I knew him from YouTube.
Yeah.
Because he had like a big following.
Yeah.
So like those guys, I mean, and there's like trainees I see coming up, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I see something in you, but like those, I want to say like those 5 guys, or 4 guys, that's like the next I see coming up. But I think 3 of those people might be signed like in the next year.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just trying to help bring in like a new era of Texas, get back to like having good matches, putting Texas back on the map with things. And at some point, like, try to see if I could get somewhere and do this for a living, whether that's overseas in another country or like somewhere here, like under a contract. But like I know mentally I have a ways to go to get to that point.
Yeah.
But it's not out of reach. Like I'm 100% of the mind frame now that God gave me this whole route, this whole plan for a reason. And like no man, no matter his stroke of power or whatever, can take this away from me.
Right.
Like if I can't, I'm telling you right now, if I can't, I'm gonna have some kids. And what daddy don't get, they go and take.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Awesome. So we'll end our episode for this week. On the finale, we are moving from a Texas icon to a Texas Hall of Famer. So just follow us on social media for the podcast. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Be awesome with each other. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of the PGTK Podcast.